Good afternoon. Today we are presenting a 3-bus power supply kit. This kit is available on our website radiocraft.ca. This kit has 3 buses. The first bus is a B+ bus which supplies high DC B+ voltage to the homebrew project you might have, and the remaining 2 buses are filament buses which are delivering low DC voltage to the left and right channel of the homebrew project you might have. In designing and building this power supply, we used best audiophile grade parts. We used Vimo polypropylene capacitors, we used Kemet polypropylene capacitors, and we used high quality electrolytic capacitors manufactured by Nichicon. Throughout the power supply, we used Vishay Dell military grade metal film resistors. In this installation, we are supplying AC voltage to the power supply using 2 toroidal transformers. The transformer which is the closest to us is a B+ transformer, and transformer which is the farthest to us is filament transformer, which provides low AC voltage to the first and second filament bus of the power supply. Those 12 red small Vimo capacitors are responsible for suppressing high frequency switching noise generated by the rectifiers in the buses of power supply. The rectified voltage then is delivered for smoothing to 2 large Kemet polypropylene capacitors, and further is smoothened by 4 large electrolytic capacitors manufactured by Nichicon. The B+ bus of the power supply has a delay of about 15 seconds, during which the B+ voltage is slowly increasing to its maximum value of about 327 volts DC if there is no load connected to the power supply, and if there is a load connected to the power supply, then the B+ voltage will slowly increase to 280 volts DC. In each of the 3 buses of the power supply, we are using stabilizing devices. Those 3 heat sinks are accommodating stabilizing devices we are employing in this power supply. In the filament buses of the power supply, we are using low drop voltage regulators Lima Delta 1084V, and in the B+ bus of the power supply, we are using MOSFET transistor IRF 840. On the left you can see Tektronix connected to the filament bus of the power supply, and Tektronix measures 6.38 volts DC, and you see no movement on the scale of the meter. That is how well stabilized the filament voltage is. On the right you can see Fluke, which measures 328 volts DC with almost no movement on the meter, and this is how well stabilized is B+ DC voltage is. Now let's switch to AC voltage and measure how large is AC component in the B+ and in the filament bus of the power supply. You can see that Tektronix measures 0.05 millivolts AC for 6.38 volts DC in the filament bus, and you can see that Fluke is measuring between 0.5 and 10 millivolts AC for 327 volts DC. That is how well is AC component suppressed in all 3 buses of the power supply. In other words, you won't hear any AC hum or AC noise if you supply voltage using this power supply to your homebrew project. Additional information about this power supply is available on our website, radiocraft.ca. There you will find schematic, user manual, and tutorial assisting you in building this power supply. Thank you for watching and all the best.